So the talk of the weekend has been Trump's incoming gift from the country of Qatar, it has been labeled the Palace in the Sky, which is a fancy new aircraft that the Trump administration, or I should say Donald Trump, will be getting to replace his Air Force One. And by all accounts, it seems like he's also going to get to keep this gift after he leaves office. So, if exposing Trump's just blatant corruption and fraud, if accepting bribes from Israel and Saudi Arabia wasn't enough, if making hundreds of millions off a scam cryptocurrency the day before he takes office wasn't enough, and I still think he's continuing to make more and more money off that coin somehow to this day. If that wasn't enough, well, here's your next here's your next story. Trump administration poised to accept Palace in the Sky as a gift for Trump from Qatar. In what may be the most valuable gift ever extended to the United States from a foreign government, the Trump administration is preparing to accept a super luxury Boeing 747-8 jumbo jet from the royal family of Qatar, a gift that is to be available for use by President Donald Trump as the new Air Force One until shortly before he leaves office, at which time ownership of the plane will be transferred to the Trump Presidential Library Foundation, sources familiar with the proposed arrangement told ABC News. The gift has been expected to be announced next week when Trump visits Qatar on the first foreign trip of his second term, according to sources familiar with the plans. But a senior White House official said the gift will not be presented or gifted while the president is in Qatar this week. And so, in a social media post Sunday night, Trump confirmed his administration was preparing to accept the aircraft, calling it a very public and transparent transaction with the Defense Department. It's crazy how he has to just come out and say this stuff like right off the bat. It's like, okay, like what you're doing is wrong. You know how what you're doing is going to be perceived. Could you imagine if fucking Joe Biden received some sort of gift? Let's say Ukraine presented even like him with like a car or some stupid shit. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I could just imagine the 10 paragraph True Social now and the outrage from conservatives, but they're all going to fall in line and defend this. Trump had previously toured the plane, which is so politely, did I say that right? I don't even know that word. Configured, it is known as a flying palace while it was parked at the West Palm Beach International Airport in February. The highly unusual, unprecedented arrangement is sure to raise some questions about whether it is legal for the Trump administration and ultimately the Trump Presidential Library Foundation to accept such a valuable gift from a foreign power. Anticipating those questions, sources told ABC News that lawyers for the White House counsel's office and the Department of Justice drafted an analysis for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, concluding that it is legal for the Department of Defense to accept the aircraft as a gift and later turn it over to the Trump Library, and that it does not violate laws against bribery or the Constitution's prohibition that the Emoluments clause of any U.S. government official accepting gifts from any king, prince, or foreign state. I'm failing to see their argument here. Yeah, like it's basically they're just like, yeah, it's not illegal. Move on. Sources told ABC News that Attorney General Pam Bondi and Trump's top White House lawyer David Wharton concluded it would be legally permissible for the donation of the aircraft to be conditioned on transferring its ownership to Trump's presidential library before the end of his term, according to sources familiar with their determination. The sources said Bondi provided a legal memorandum addressed to the White House counsel's office last week after Wharton asked her for advice on the legality of the Pentagon accepting such a donation. White House Press Secretary Caroline Levitt said in a statement to ABC News, any gift given by foreign government is always accepted in full compliance with all applicable laws. Okay, sure it is. Like I said, this administration and Republicans as a whole, they like to do this thing called just saying shit. And somehow, to their base, whatever they say just seems to stick. No one questions it. No one bats an eye. No one goes like, is this legal? Is this okay? What would we do if a Democrat did this? No morals, no principles. It's whatever my team does is good, and whatever the other team does is bad, even if they do exactly what my team does. So let's see. In a statement from Qatar that said the transfer of an aircraft for temporary use as Air Force One is currently under consideration by Qatar's Ministry of Defense and U.S. Department of Defense, the plane will initially be transferred to the United States Air Force, which will modify the 13-year-old aircraft to meet the U.S. military specifications required for any aircraft used to transport the President of the United States. Multiple sources familiar with the proposed arrangement said. The plane will be then transferred to Trump Presidential Library Foundation no later than January 1st, 2029, and any costs relating to its transfer will be paid by the U.S. Air Force. So we have to, as the taxpayers, pay for that shit. Of course, Republicans who are supposed to be the good stewards of your tax dollars will be silent during this. But, if we want to give health care to people or expand Medicaid or Social Security, that's fraud. Oh gosh, that's fraud. Can you believe your taxpayer dollars are going to help people? According to aviation industry experts, the estimated value of the aircraft that Trump will inherit is about $400 million, and that's without the additional communication security equipment the Air Force will need to add to properly secure and outfit the plane in order to safely transport the commander in chief. And all of those modifications will be coming out of your pocket as a taxpayer. Yeah, real responsible stewards of your taxpayer money, and you're not going to see a single Republican come out and be like, hey, this isn't a good use of our tax money. As the Wall Street Journal first reported, the aviation company L3 Harris has already been commissioned to overhaul the plane to meet the requirements of a presidential jet. In his Truth Social post, Trump claimed Democrats are insisting the administration pay top dollar for the aircraft rather than receive it for free. It's crazy. Like, I hate doing like this what about thing, but it's just, I could not imagine Joe Biden getting a plane from any foreign entity that he will not only get to use as Air Force One, but to keep afterwards. Like, it'd be one thing if this is just a new Air Force One plane for every president moving forward until they decide to get a new one or whatever that process is supposed to be. So getting that plane and then going on social media and being like, Republicans want me to pay top dollar for a plane? Like, oh, this hurts. It hurts so much. Following ABC News reporting, Democrat Senator Chuck Schumer said via social media, nothing says America first like Air Force One, brought to you by Qatar. It's not just bribery, it's premium foreign influence with extra legroom. Fuck you, Chuck Schumer. I mean, what you're saying is right, but like, just shut up. While Senator Adam Schiff, Democrat from California, cited the Constitution's no title of nobility clause, writing the corruption is brazen. Okay, can we not like cite the two most corrupt assholes in the Democratic Party? Jesus Christ. Both the White House and DOJ concluded that because the gift is not conditioned on any official act, it does not constitute bribery. The sources said Bondi's legal analysis also says it does not run afoul of the Constitution's prohibition on foreign gifts because the plane is not being given to an individual, but rather to the United States Air Force and eventually to the Presidential Library Foundation, sources said. The primary aircraft used in the current Air Force One fleet includes two aging Boeing 747-200 jumbo jets that have been operational since 1990. The Air Force contract with Boeing to replace those aircraft has been riddled with delays and cost overruns. The original contract was signed in 2018, but as of last year, Boeing anticipated the aircraft would not be ready until 2029 after Trump leaves office. The president has expressed deep frustration with the delays, tasking Elon Musk to work with Boeing and Air Force to speed up the process. These efforts have been modestly successful. Boeing's most recent estimate delivery date is now 2027, but Trump has made it clear he wants a new plane this year. And then lastly, after some of the pushback, here is some more defense from Donald Trump on Truth Social. So the fact that the Defense Department is getting a gift free of charge of a 747 aircraft to replace the 40-year-old Air Force One temporarily in a very public and transparent transaction. so bothers the crooked Democrats, and they insist we pay top dollar for the plane. Anybody can do that. The Dems are world-class losers. MAGA. Jesus Christ, man. Like, we are just a clown show. Holy shit. But yeah, go ahead, MAGA. I know you love to chirp in my comment section, so go ahead and give me a defense for this and why this is okay. I'll be waiting. Anyways, let me know what you think. For anyone, all the normal people, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below, and if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.